Back in Week 9, the Bengals won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Browns. Can Cleveland get revenge? Find out next on Madden Football.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit, and we can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units. They're ranking the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goals. You better finish your drives with touchdowns if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a break up. Oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
You got to love it, baby. Give us
all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Hitting double
for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 19 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
Burrow on 3rd down. To Mixon on the check down.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 2nd down, Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out, then to force the field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go with Chubb on second down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Get your three from Mike.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Mayfield on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
A handoff to Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. the shotgun. It's Burrow. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Again, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll give it to Mixon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run total.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. But the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Browns on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. First down, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Mayfield now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Mayfield.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Throwing, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. Jordan Love, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game. So,
1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off near his own 48. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
That's interference. Offense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
His second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Mayfield off the play fake. Dancing to his left.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Flushed out right.
And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the pressure. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
7 yards to pick up there.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Mayfield. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here's Baker.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give the Chubb out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Cleveland, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.